Alright, Seacock servicing. Got a frozen up Seacock here that needs to be removing, but right now is pretty wedged. So, time to bust her loose and take her apart and clean her up and grease her up and put her back together. So, start with trying to get her tapered seacocks. Got a locking ring, like so, and then a ring that is not loose, and a washer, and then inside of here is a tapered cylinder, which you'll see when I pull it out. That on this end, tapered down on that end, and it's got a hole through it. So right now it's in the open position. When this handle turns down 90 degrees, that's closed. So we'll try giving it a couple of taps. And I need to get the other bolts on the back side here. Breaker bar and pop it free. I guess you can't see that. There she goes. Once you get it broken loose, actually come as with everything in boating, you can get at it, it won't be too hard. Getting at it is the trick. Just in one orientation, obviously. Bunch of grease in between. Okay. So now we clean this up and put it back together. All right. You ready? Barnacles and shells all cleaned out of there. really careful if you're going to do like I'm doing here and scraping, because you don't want to introduce any spots for water to work its way through. Just getting off a little bit of scale from some barnacles. You can also use a little bit of baking soda and vinegar, I've heard. I think it's baking soda and vinegar. Google it before you do it. So we're using this stuff. And you want to work it back and forth a good number of times. Get a good mating bond there with the grease in place. Find any sticking spots and work through those so it can go a little further in, because you really want them to be two mated up surfaces. Otherwise you get a mess. Water kind of slowly seeping through. I'm pushing in as I'm rotating to try and get that to seat really nicely. And you'll find bits of hair or whether other cruff is in there. And once you've kind of worked that through, if the grease looks nasty, replace it, but otherwise just kind of reapply it, make sure you don't have any spots that are missing it. Okay. I'm gonna slide it back in. I got a bit of grease on the ring. Remember, there's a slot, so you got to get that lined up. Which, if I recall correctly, the slot is towards me. You have to scrape all your grease off when you're putting it back there. And you don't have grease kind of gooing out, then you don't have enough in there. So I did not put enough on that. There's kind of a track on the back that you really want to be filled with grease. That's the sort of thing you want to go a little bit overboard on and then clean up the mess versus have your water coming in once you splash. Obviously don't do this while you're in the water unless you got some sort of a plug arrangement on the outside. And then it's a little risky. Okay, recommended. Got some grease kind of going out, so that's good. And put a little more grease on your outer washer. Getting these to the right level of tight is very challenging. Because you never really know what the right level is. Until you put it back in the water and it starts leaking and you know you gotta go tighter. But try and get it snug enough where the grease starts oohing back out again a little bit. Some more back and forth. It's feeling like it's getting a little loose. Snug her up again. Don't forget your locking nut. That's it. Another one done. Clean up the excess. As much as you can get at it. And spray it down with this stuff. That will keep your bronze from getting nasty. And there you go. Ready for launch.